Hi, welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. My players are breaking my brain. Welcome, Echoes, to Once Upon a Reflection, episode 6, I believe, a Cypher system-based fairy tale role-playing game. I am Evie, the Disaster GM. My pronouns are she, they, or any. I am the game runner and storyteller for this fine of disastrous group. Let's go ahead and go around doing our intros, starting with Amanda.
Hey everyone, my name is Amanda. I use she, her pronouns. Tonight I will be playing Rosa and Thorn, both using she, her, who is the resilient explorer princess who masters the swarm, aka all of her woodland friends and critters.
Yeah.
And sometimes bugs.
And sometimes bugs.
AKA Bug Elf.
Yeah, bug elf.
The bug elf. Yeah. The bugs were very useful that last time. Mm-hmm. Joel.
Oh, hi, I'm Joel. I use any pronouns, and I'm playing Senor Fluffington, who is a rugged witch wawa, who is one with beasts. And I am very happy to be here.
Amazing.
A rugged witch wawa.
I am very rugged.
Yes. Beautiful, wonderful.
Don't pay attention to my height. It's okay.
So fierce. So fierce.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I will bite your ankles.
Yeah.
I have whole feet of fury.
Yeah. Just so tough. So tough, so vicious, so rugged. Last but certainly not least, one of our artists and wonderful player, Elena.
Hey everybody, I am Alina, and I will be playing Vrak. We are both they, them, and Vrak is a charming trickster who wears a crown of ice.
Yes. It's wonderful. Love you guys. You
AKA,
created...
don't call me an elf.
Yeah. The ice elf, don't call an elf. But yeah, you guys have created some very fun characters. You might also see in the corner of the screen, we have a QR code up because we are raising funds for Medical Aid for Palestinians. The Medical Aid for Palestinians works with trusted and experienced local partners in the West Bank, Gaza, East Jerusalem, and Lebanon. Check out their full site from the link in chat or the description below, depending on if you are watching on Twitch or YouTube, because we do simulcast. Any quick announcements before we go? Everybody good? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my book's at the end.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, with all that out of the way, let's roll into focusing on today's session. As a content warning, we at the Archives would like to remind you that this is an adult content rated game with adult language, depictions of violence, mentions of loss or trauma, and or... welcome new chatter, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those watching, you have been warned. Last time, the group, after finding a strangely celebrating village, we'll call it, in the middle of woods that did not previously have an opening to a village, they discovered that it was not necessarily haunted, but at least populated by a variety of corpses that were illusory to look like normal people, dancing and celebrating the birthday / possible like betrothal of the king's daughter. Through a variety of interesting roles and a bit of dancing, they did manage to discover that they were indeed among just a whole village worth of dead people, and that most likely this is a lost kingdom from very long ago. The witch Wawa dropped his staff and howled his little yappy howl to attempt to break the effect of the illusory music, and with the assistance of Vrak and their wonderful guitar, did manage to break it long enough that at least in the village, all of the corpses dropped. The illusion reestablished itself, but they knew that something was going on. As the chosen guardians of the balance between fairy tale land and the real world, they recognized that it was probably their duty, aka they might not be able to leave until they fix this shit. So they walked up a strange pathway to the castle with the intent to find out whatever the hell is going on up there. And as Vrak inspired aggression on the witch Wawa, they attacked the guards to get all the way into the castle. There was waffle stomping and like fuck the police and just a whole host of questionably phrased things. Part of which was on me. But we ended...
I feel like it was perfectly phrased. It was amazing.
Questionably phrased. But
best clip of the game so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't do that very often either.
That makes it so much better, is the thing.
But yeah, so we left last time with the three of you having defeated one of the guards, and then another one chasing Vrak as Vrak led the charge into the castle through the not easily seen tunnel of brambles and thorns. the two of you following quickly after. I believe that Senor Fluffington is still in direwolf form.
Yes, I am
the-
a small direwolf,
And
or a
I
big
believe-
regular wolf.
And I believe that you still have resonance field up. So,
Yes.
because you activated it last time, and I think that it just kind of continues until the end of combat.
No, I think there's a time limit to that. Hold on. It lasts 1 minute.
All right.
Cool.
You will need to re-up it by the time you get into the castle.
Okay. Also,
Same
more
thing
importantly, I have my stick.
Okay.
Nice.
Same thing with stick.
inspire aggression.
Okay.
I will have to inspire more aggression.
But yes, so with all of that out of the
Sorry.
way, and one of the guards, an arrow sticking out of the back of his shoulder, courtesy of Thorn, you guys are running into the castle. And go.
Rack is in the lead with their guitar, and they're running fast enough that they can't quite play it, but they're still trying. So like it's just every once in a while you get like a half a chord, sort of like meow, meow, meow. So they like bolt up this hallway in their rock star platform shoes.
Rockstar platform shoes, wonderful, love it.
mhm.
The ice elf is charging forward. So with all of that, what is your speed? Were you the one that had the advanced speed, or is that just Thorn? Okay, so you are
Advanced
No.
speed.
Mm-mm.
yeah. So you are just traveling at
I
the
play
normal.
the guitar.
Are you
That's-
traveling
that's my
at
thing.
just the normal short distance, or are you going to use the run effect to
Yeah,
attempt
I will
to
use the run effect
go a
to try
long
and go
distance?
faster.
Okay, so you will have to roll basically a run check, a movement check, to be able to get that full distance out of your turns.
Cool. I rolled a 9, and I have nothing I can add on to that. I guess I can put some
Alright.
effort onto it. I do have some speed, but
If you put
That's
effort in,
all.
if you put an effort into it, you would succeed. But a basic movement check is a difficulty 4.
no, I put effort on it, so I just made it.
Yeah, so like if
Haul
you
ass.
almost trip while trying to go on your guitar as you are running forward, but manage to catch yourself stumbling, and you get the full long distance, which is about 100 feet along. And you've already been running for the majority of the combat after just full on stomping through the head of one of the guards that was fighting with Senor Fluffington. So you're probably most of the way to
I'm like
the actual
starting to wheeze a little
court
bit. I'm like,
doors.
oh fuck. Oh shit, I'm not 20 anymore.
Yeah, I know that feeling intimately. But
Been
yeah,
there.
so you are getting to right there at the doors. So you can start to see inside. The illusion around you as it kind of develops is a very well kept and well manicured courtyard, though when you do those moments of attempting to interrupt the illusion and the couple of times that you've managed to succeed, it is just encased tunnel of thorny brambles. But other than that, it looks very pleasant and like a very fancy courtyard.
Cool. Does the door swing out, or does it swing open towards me?
The doors are open and they swing out towards you.
Cool. I am diving through.
All right. So just after you is the guard, and basically, unless either Senor Fluffington or Thorn are going to be using effort or attempting to use that kind of run effect, you're moving at the same pace as the guards.
I am attempting to catch the guard that is currently chasing Vrak.
Okay, so give me a movement check.
17.
17.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Plenty. So yeah, on a subsequent turn to that quick burst of speed, you would be able to attack because you would be like right there at the same distance as the guard.
Hell yeah. I am just gonna bite his heels so much.
Chihuahua. Yeah, Chihuahua.
Yep.
I haven't realized that I can bite higher.
Yeah.
Like a werewolf chihuahua just down on all fours doing the extra run.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm in my.
Speed.
I'm
Oh,
full
that's
on
right.
dire wolf.
Yeah, you're a wolf.
Wolf.
So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Oh, I get to do it now? Okay.
Yeah.
Bite those ankles.
10.
10. Does not hit.
Are
Yeah,
we
it
still
does.
in the first minute? Or
You
if
would
we-
be right there at the edge because you guys are almost into the castle. You've
Gotcha.
been running / fighting for a little bit, so you would be like right there at the edge of it.
One last might asset?
Oh, I'll let you have it, yeah.
All right.
Does that hit?
So you rolled a
10.
A 10? Yes, it would in that case. So yeah, so you're doing
4 damage on
4
his
points
ankles.
of damage. Let
Nice.
me grab
Like I want
notepad.
to ambush him and just go
Okay.
for the back of the foot and just
Okay.
tug on him so hard.
Dang.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a secondary attack. Thorn, what are you doing
17.
while he attempts to essentially trip the guard?
I am going to use my fleet of foot to basically go faster than the guard, and I'm just going to run past him.
You're just running past him?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Hell
Just like
yeah, it's
parkour up on the wall a little bit, get around.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Elfie,
so
Elfie AF.
fast.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you just like hot foot it right past them as Senor Fluffington in this not quite full sized dire wolf form, but like big wolf form, just launches at the guy, yanks on his ankles, dealing 4 points of damage. And what was that second attack roll?
17.
17. And just like the guard face plants.
Is 17... It's not a minor
It is
effect.
not a
or anything.
minor
Is it
effect.
extra damage?
It is extra damage, but that was basically a manipulation roll to
Yeah, it's like a
stop him.
grapple.
To stop him.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was basically
Nice.
just a manipulation roll to stop
As
him in
I'm
place. Yeah.
as I'm like tugging on his foot, I'm just growl out I didn't tell you you could run. I didn't tell you you could leave.
Amazing.
Perfect. Wonderful. So you have the guard face planted on the ground. Are you going to continue attacking the guard, or are you going to just kind of trample over him to join the others?
Can I don't know if this would work, but can I try to like just ragdoll him backwards down the path just to kind of toss him?
I will require 2 rolls for that.
Okay, I'll do him.
Yeah, one will basically be an attack style roll to attempt to maintain your hold. So this is not an attack that does damage. It's basically just kind of that still same grappling hold type of attack. And then the other one is going to be a might check, athletics style, to try and just ragdoll him, essentially, like you said.
Okie dokie. First roll is a 14,
14 hits.
and then the second roll is a 6.
All right, so with the 14, because these are just difficulty for guards,
Yeah.
you do manage to maintain a hold. He's not able to kick your face hard enough to get you to let go, etc. And as you're trying to just whip him back behind you, it's just he's a little too big, he's a little too unwieldy.
Why are you so heavy?
It's like a
And-
dead weight.
Yeah.
I can do this to my toys easy. Stop it.
Yeah, he's not quite a stuffed animal, so it didn't really work. But before we get to what you're doing next with them, Vrak, you have like launched yourself into the courtroom. What you are going to first see when you enter is the initial kind of foyer entryway. Excuse me, sorry. The initial foyer entryway that is basically a entrance hall toward where the courtroom itself would be. You can hear the music spreading from that courtroom, and there are a variety of servants and people wandering around for whatever portion of the party they are taking place in. It is well decorated and beautiful inside, and there seems to be a variety of windows that also provide a good amount of light, because as far as you can tell, it's probably late afternoon at this point.
I mean, time's weird here, so
Time is very weird here. I mean, it was noon when you walked like the 5 minutes from the town. So time is weird.
So I come like careening through the door, and I will look around and just immediately see that there's no new guards here stopping me. And I'm gonna double over and be like, "Oh crap, ow. Oh!"
It's such a mood.
As Thorn like nimbly runs in behind me.
Just like very gracefully, just like lands, and I was just like, "Oh, Thorn, are you okay? Were you injured?"
Just give me a minute.
Fuck.
Fuck off. Oh.
Oh dear. Okay.
So are you sticking right by them, Thorn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rack's taking a minute to like heave in some breaths and massage at their cramp. They've kind of slung their guitar around their shoulder now.
Okay.
But it's like elf
They're
grace.
just like,
No
okay,
elf grace.
breathe like 1, 2, 3, 4 through your nose, and then back out through your mouth. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So while Thorn attempts in vain to talk Vrak through their massive cramp, Senor Fluffington, please give me a defense roll for the guard that is attempting to quite literally kick your face so that you let go of his ankle.
6.
6.
Oh no. Oh no.
So you
don't
get
kick the
like
dog.
you get a boot right to the cheek, like try and get your jaw to open. It's a nice heavy boot, still only deals like 2 points of damage.
Oh, actually, it only deals 1 point of damage.
Armor.
Oh yeah.
Because I have armor.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, cool. But yes, so it would be essentially your turn as he's struggling to try and get you to let go.
This is taking too long, and I can't hear the music anymore. So I'm just gonna drag him along as I just run towards the others. It's like, all right, this thing doesn't want to throw, so I'll just carry. It's fine.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me an attack roll.
Okay. 15.
15. Very good. So not only do you maintain your hold on him, but like as you're dragging him along, he takes like another 2 points of damage as he's like bouncing and like struggling and trying to writhe out of your like mouth essentially. And like you manage to do so in a way to where the body kind of like drags over the staff so that you can like drag the staff with you as well. But yeah, like he's either unconscious or no longer animated. I don't know.
Re-deaded?
Yeah, like no longer animated by the time you get to the doors.
Hello.
Oh hey, Should probably drop him outside.
I'm gonna
We're gonna,
I'm gonna do the thing where like like when cats and dogs bring in like a dead animal and give it to you, and then they just sit proudly next to it. Like, look what I did. So I'm just sitting, tail just wagging. Sounds like you're like just rocks grinding against the ground. But it's just I'm just
Brack will...
about you guard.
Good job, buddy. Good job. And I will come over and like look like I want to give you a pat on the head, but restrain myself, and then just kick the guard back out the door and close the door. Like slam the door shut. You can just stand there.
I'm gonna give myself pets since they didn't give it to me.
Reasonable, completely reasonable. But yeah, so you got a couple of funny looks from people as you came tumbling in with a now unconscious guard that has been tossed right back outside, and then you like make the effort of swinging the two very heavy doors shut to keep him out. But oddly, they don't seem to try to stop you or like pull you back or attack in any fashion. It's all, as far as you can tell, just the occasional noble and servants that are wandering around eating snacks and drinking a variety of beverages. And it's more of the kind of... Vrek, you would be familiar with this look of, what the hell are you doing, that you get from like hotel guests when you and your band like stumble in
drunk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're very familiar.
Well, I know how to play that one. I do this all of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, hey, sorry we're late. We gotta go meet the king. Like, happy birthday, wishes, all that kind of stuff. So, like, where's the throne room?
I don't remember this.
Give me a social interaction roll. Are you
I
trying to talk to a servant, or are you talking to a noble?
I'm gonna talk to a servant because the roadies are always the one who can get you in.
Okay. So in that case, your difficulty is only a 3.
Yeah. Fell off. Try re-rolling that. That is a 12.
12. Easy enough. Yeah, so the servant, like in full livery, gives you a weird look, but just kind of nods and mutely gestures toward where you can hear the music coming from.
But like, right on, man, and give him like a little on my guitar, and then head off towards the throne room.
I'm just gonna aggressively just nip at his toes as I walk past. Just kind of give him a look. But I'm a big ass wolf.
Because you're a big ass wolf. He drops the tray of hors d'oeuvres that he was carrying as he tries to jump away from you.
Okay. I'll continue.
But there was like no sound as like you did so. Thorn, are you also following along?
I am following along. I am just curious what hors d'oeuvres were like on the tray.
They were a variety of like pickled vegetables and fruits that are now kind of splatted on the ground.
Oh, never mind then. And I'll just kind of kick it away as I walk past.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's pleasant, courtly music. As you guys get closer, I would like first an intellect defense roll from Brack, and then because Senor Fluffington was following shortly thereafter from Senor Fluffington, and then after you inspect the hors d'oeuvres, a intellect defense roll from Thorn.
I rolled a 14, but it is one harder for me because I am weak-willed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter because I rolled a 3.
Oh,
I rolled a 5.
Oh no!
So as you guys approach the courtroom / ballroom, the music picks up into a very, very upbeat type of tune, and you see the light shift around you to the reflected light of a sunset. It gets warm and kind of pinkish orange, and it's somewhat mystical in appearance. As first Vrack and then Senor Fluffington in wolf form. in wolf form.
I'm like that husky with that one thing that it just goes.
Yep. And then Thorn as well with that 5 all fall under the effect of the enchanted music.
And here you have it, folks,
boy.
the PPK by dancing.
Yes.
So, Vrack, this is familiar to you because you fell under the effect in the village as well.
Yep.
The steps are different. I would like a perception check from each of you to attempt to get an idea of what the dancing is.
15.
Is this a scent or a sound thing?
No, it is a watching thing.
Well then, I don't have a free asset on that for my wolf form. 15. I don't fucking need it.
Nice.
Okay.
My aunties taught me a lot of things, and dancing wasn't one of them. I rolled a 3.
Another.
Oh.
Oh my
So
god.
is this remembering things or is this seeing things? It's just seeing things, right?
It's just seeing things.
Great. My memory is shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel the need to be a good player and mention that I have an inability in etiquette, so I don't know if
good.
that affects the roll.
It does affect it.
Oh, good.
However, you only needed it's a difficulty 4 currently, so you only needed
12 or
a
better.
12 to
Just
start
did
out
it
with.
anyway.
So because it went up to a 15, you're fine.
I'm a
Nice.
Puerto Rican dog. I can dance.
Yeah, so like Vrack, like your hands come up in a side clap as you dance to the side once, and
Good.
then you skip again as your hands come apart. It's looks very strange on Senor Fluffington as they follow suit right next to you, the two of you joining in with the dance, because
Amazing.
it's a snap of Senor Fluffington's jaws as in a way that canine limbs are not meant to bend, like cross and then apart to the side.
I am a badly programmed video game character right now.
This is great.
When you
So
put
good.
a dog's form on the animations of a human body,
No.
and it really stretches out.
Thorn,
I have a perfect image of this in my head. I'll send it to you guys after.
Thorn, you weren't able
So
to
good.
quite get the gist of the movements of the dance and end up stumbling over yourself, failing the first, we'll call it act of the dance, the first phase of
We
the
never
dance.
found out what happens if you fail all 3.
With this more powerful music in the courtroom, however, you do also take 1 point of intellect damage.
All of us?
Ooh.
No, just the person that failed.
Oh. No.
It's just really bad music.
But yes, so you do like start stumbling along with them. You get the motions for the most part. It's just not executed well, as it's clapping and bowing, toing and froing. There's a couple of hops. There's some strange twirls as you work your way around the ballroom. For Thorn, because you have failed and are paying attention to things other than the steps, please go ahead and give me a perception check for your observation of the courtroom outside of the dance itself.
That was a 4.
Oh, good. We're doing great.
We're doing fantastic.
It is
So good.
Total party kill because of a party. This
Yeah.
is great.
yeah.
It is
It
really
is
different
Episode
definition of
title.
total party kill.
it is
getting
sunset
their
and
voice.
beautiful, and there are a variety of beautiful dresses and suits, and you can see up on the dais a different pair that are like a different kind of, not really pair, a pair of pairs, like quads. So 4 people dancing in a similar fashion,
It was so
like off to
confusing
the
me.
side, that seem to be dressed a little bit more elaborately. You don't really get an idea of what they are doing or specifically what they look like, because you're kind of trying to get an idea of what they look like as you twirl and nearly bump into another dancer yet again. But as you make your first circuit of the ballroom, everyone go ahead and give me another perception, or not at this point, perception check. At this point, it is a performance check to attempt to follow along. So if that affects what you guys are doing, then go ahead and let me know.
I have an inability in deception.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That is not
know if that is
necessarily
applicable.
applicable here.
Okay.
Because this is a graceful performance, not a
Doesn't
performance of
fucking
acting.
matter. 19.
Okay, minor effect.
Dude, I am dancing like a
A
motherfucker.
1.
No.
I got a 15.
I have a reroll. Actually, you know what? This is probably a great time for a reroll.
Okay.
Please let me use my Cypher.
You may use your Cypher, yes.
It's cocked. 14.
14.
Better than 1.
Okay. What was that one, Thorn?
That was a 15, but I
15.
just also noticed that I actually do have an inability with moving / bending / breaking things.
Moving
What?
things or moving yourself?
I'm assuming that is things, but it's
Okay.
under might, so that's why I'm like,
okay,
I was
so
like,
that is
Oh,
I don't
probably
my
a
note taking
you
here.
move things as opposed to yourself. It's
Okay.
not a
I was about to
movement.
say my
it is
notes were a
like
little vague. I
trying
was like,
to
I don't
push
remember.
something.
That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
Yeah, that sounds
it's
like
probably
you just
from
don't have the
trying to
muscles.
push things.
Okay, okay, that's why I
You're
was
too
like,
willowy.
So yeah, you're
I
lucky
was
on
just
that.
like, why was that
Yeah.
in my
Wait
notes?
a second, I
Yeah.
am on my way.
Yeah. So for your minor
15.
effect, Joel.
Hello, hi. Yes.
For Senor Fluffington's minor effect, we'll say that you are able to have an asset towards your next check, because there are 3 checks per dance.
Okay.
So I will give you an
So-
asset towards your next check.
We're dancing and like clapping, and Vrak is like, okay, I don't know how to get out of this other than to dance really good. So dance your fucking heart out, doggo.
Zamba! He doesn't actually know what a Zamba is. He just heard somebody shout that once while dancing.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wonderful. But yeah.
The alternative was
clap and
bomb,
pirouette together.
and that would not translate.
So yeah, this part of the dance is a little bit more complex. People do pair off, and Thorn, you find yourself paired somehow with Senor Fluffington.
Good.
Yes, love it.
So the two of
Amazing.
you like step towards each other and back and to the side and twirl in a strange fashion. It's leaping and strange steps that you have never taken before, as the magic of the spell begins to take hold even further. Vrak, you end up paired with some random noble that you had been standing next to when you first entered the dance, that had been kind of at the end of the circuit. And like they seem initially confused to see you there, and then they smile in welcome and their eyes look panicked. You guys are
Feel anybody? I feel that too.
Yeah.
Give him a little wink.
Yeah. You guys are making your circuit. All three of you are embroiled in the dance and unable to make another observation roll of the room because you are so focused. So let's go ahead and move into the third portion of this dance set.
I'm going to spend an asset on this.
11.
11, okay.
Also an 11.
Okay. Yours was reduced to a 12 from a 15 on both of you because one of you had an asset and one of you used effort. So both of those
Oh yeah,
are...
I can put effort into it. Hold on,
Yeah,
wait. I'm gonna put a level of effort into
Is this
Okay.
might or intellect?
Yeah, what is this?
This is might based because
Oh,
it has
hey,
to
I
do
can.
with
I
grace.
actually
Yeah.
have
Oh,
points. Cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
gonna do
spend
that.
effort on that then.
I will
minus
do that.
2.
I'm like tapped out of intellect, but might I got.
Okay.
Okay, well, minus 3. Okay.
Okay. So yeah,
I have 1 intellect point left.
both of
Doing
you
great.
I have 2.
like almost don't manage to give yourself to the dance enough, but you do succeed. Amanda, what did you roll, and did you apply any effort?
I just applied effort, but I think it's still too low. I rolled an 8.
Oh no!
Yes, so that is unfortunately another point of intellect damage as you aren't able to sink into the dance and follow the steps quite closely enough. So there's several moments of like the spell and your will kind of clashing, essentially. And you've got a little bit of a headache. But you are able to, by not being consumed by the dance, attempt to observe the room again.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. That is a 16 that time.
16. Very good this time.
Much better.
From this, you can tell that those dancing up at the top of the room on the royal dais are what you would assume to be the princess, some sort of dance partner of hers. You would assume it to be the prince and a dance partners of his, because there is in that passing, because you did roll a 16, in that passing a distinct similarity to the very faded old portraits that you had found in that book. The princess has beautiful dark skin with long, tightly curled hair that had been pulled up into a fancy type of head, like updo, whatever girly thing. I am not feminine enough for that. And the prince closely resembles his father, just with slightly darker skin. Their partners do seem to have a slightly different appearance to the garb that they wear, but it's hard to get a good indication of it other than it's the fact that it's got some more sashes and is of different colors than the typical reds that you see around the courtroom. The king and queen are standing at their thrones. That's what that's called. The king and queen are standing at their thrones, and while there are various servants that are bringing in food for the tables that line the room, everybody does seem to just kind of be having the time of their lives other than your party members, except for that occasional glance of like a panicked look in their eye when you catch someone. The other two of you do manage to make it through the dance successfully. The last couple of steps bring the dance to a close with a small crescendo of the music, and there is a brief moment of pause as everything just kind of resets. Please go ahead and give me another intellect defense roll.
God
damn it.
Everyone?
Yes.
I have
5.
training in magic artifacts and ciphers.
Okay.
I don't know if that applies.
I'll
to
let you
being
have
able
an
to be
asset for that.
effective magic.
Yeah, I'll let you have an asset for that.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 6.
Oh
Okay.
no. We're doing great
I rolled-
tonight.
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. I rolled a 3.
Another 3. Holy
Am I the high
fuck.
roll at 5?
Yes, you are.
Well,
No.
I rolled a
Oh,
rolled a
5
6.
and
Oh,
6.
you're the high
But
roll.
no one broke
the
a
high
10.
roll.
No one broke a 10. But yes,
Nope.
so as the music takes you again, I would like everyone to tell me about how their character is feeling as you find yourselves sinking into your first moments in the fairy tale world. And we will start with the low roll, Thorn.
In what way do you mean?
Your body is gradually taken over by the spell, and you are performing it almost perfectly. But your mind somehow is going back in time. You are feeling the memories and having essentially like a flashback of your first trip into the fairy tale world.
Yes, I remember the feeling of walking through the forest and finding all of these little rabbits and squirrels and birds that would follow me, and discovering the cabin where the 3 aunties live, and feeling comfortable about that. But something about being in this court feels wrong and unfamiliar. And I think I will probably leave it at that it is so far removed from any other place I have been as Thorn.
Okay. It's eerie. It's almost like you can hear one of your aunts playing her harp as an undercurrent to the music. You can feel your body moving, but you're just taken back to that moment still. The stew that was on the stove, the tea that you were served. It's almost like instead of surrounded by nobles in a dance, you're surrounded by your forest friends and your aunts welcoming you. I believe that the next lowest was Vrac.
Do you want to go first, Senior Fluffington? Because mine is gonna be big.
I mean, mine also.
Okay, cool. Then I will just go with our rolls then. So Vrac's mind is almost instantly, as soon as they feel the spell start to take them, cast back to a very different court in a very different land, but still in fairyland, where the walls are the white, sparkling shimmer of ice, and that all of the dancers around them are tall and graceful as they are, and everything is blue and white and shimmering and cold. And much like now, they are not in control of themselves. They are dancing, but something is puppeting them in this graceful, stately dance across the dance floor. And so, though their body is dancing in here very, very elegantly and gracefully, as you would expect from a tall elf, there is just pure terror in their eyes.
You can hear slightly different music, an undercurrent to the courtly dance that's around you. Your skin is cold in a way that you haven't felt it be cold since you came back this way. And there's just the slight trail of icy fingers along your hand as your dance partner that you at least remember chuckles lowly.
If I had control of my vocal cords, I would be screaming.
Senor Fluffington,
Hello.
you prance along with the rest of the court.
Yes.
And there's this moment that you remember back to.
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels like something struck you in the chest the first time you were carried into, that you stepped into, that you were carried into the fairy tale world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the only thing that is going through my head right now is an overwhelming sense of confusion and dread. And it's just that same sensation looping over and over again.
And what do you remember seeing?
I think the only constant is my kid.
And as this music comes to the crescendo for the second portion of the dance, please go ahead and give me a second set of intellect defense.
Oh, it's an 18, but I'm still hindered by 1.
Okay.
I'm still weak-willed.
It's an 8.
Okay. I think you muted
you're muted.
yourself.
I did. I rolled a 13, but I'm trained in intellect defense tasks.
Okay,
Ooh.
so
Nice.
Thorn, you do find yourself dancing along to it. And you can see the absolute panic that has overtaken Frack's features, and the concern and confusion that it can almost be read on Senor Fluffington's. But you are awake and aware. You are just dancing. Senor Fluffington, what did you say yours was?
It was an 8.
Okay.
I had the
however,
18.
if it's been longer than an hour, I
Mhm.
revert back to my regular form. Because I know time is fucky here, so I just wanted to put that
That's
out there.
fair.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet, because the amount of time that your body has encompassed is probably only about 30 minutes at this point.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
for your personal effects, it has to do with what your body experiences as opposed to the time around you.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was 15, right?
Yes. So you did still
Okay,
pass.
so even... yay. Cool.
Woohoo.
I was just trying to figure out if we'd gotten more difficult because we keep failing.
Yeah. So as you come to, you are awake, you are aware, your body is moving and dancing, and the ghostly sensation of the icy fingers intertwined with yours from a long ago dance does fade. Thorn, the sound of that harp is almost there still, almost as if it's helping in an attempt to bring you out of it. So while one memory fades and is probably pushed hard away from Vrack's memory, Thorn, you find yours lingering as a somewhat comfort. But Senor Fluffington, as the only one who has failed for this round,
Oh no.
you find yourself feeling stronger, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering walking through a strange reflection in a glass. You remember seeing a small child stumbled on the ground, confused and looking around, carrying some sort of basket towards town.
Okay. Yep.
And it's not something that you remember, but it is something that you remember, and you don't quite know why.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
He reminds you of your kid, but that's not your kid.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Vrakenthorn, you
Uh,
have
Vrac
full
tears
control
them.
over your body, or not your body, over your voice, but not your body's actions. So you can speak, you can scream, you can attempt to sing, you can attempt to speak with each other, but you cannot exit the dance yet.
Vrac tears themselves out of their former reverie with the scream that they could feel working out of their throat. So they actually come back to it, sort of going like, ah.
Okay.
And then that's your first clue that Vrac's awake.
And I am like, as I'm dancing, I turn to Vrac. I was like, "Oh, good, good, good. You're still with us too, aren't you?"
Hi, we gotta get out of here. We gotta
Oh,
drown out that music somehow and stop it. But I can't
absolutely.
stop dancing. We yelled really loud before. Maybe that'll work again. I can't get to my guitar though.
Perhaps there's a way to figure out where the music's coming from.
Worked
Have
before.
you seen the musicians, the band, something?
Last time when we made enough noise, we could kind of make the illusion go away. So I don't know, like,
Scream.
yeah, fuck yeah, let's make some fucking noise. I'm going to attempt to scream, sing as loudly as I can.
All right, I would like a combined check from the two of you, since the two of you are attempting together. This is not aided, this is a total against the difficulty.
Yeah.
Which is a 7.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's 21, y'all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Oh?
14. 14's a good start. Please roll high.
I rolled a 6.
No.
Oh, so close.
That's 20.
Kitty cat.
That's 20.
That's
cat.
my low.
Can you dump some effort into that?
I can dump some effort. What would that effort be?
So interaction is intellect, but the effort of voice control and breath control for volume, I would actually say is might.
All right, I'm going to throw
Because you would have to use might to say hold your breath. So to enunciate and speak loudly, I will say that it's might.
I could dump some effort onto that as well, because I'm a professional singer. I can sing very loud.
Well, you guys got a total of a 20, so only one of you needs to put in
that's
effort.
true.
Okay, I will put in the effort since I still have.
You guys
might.
got this.
Okay. Wonderful. So there's this moment where it almost doesn't work, thus the effort. And then there's just this final push of volume joining how loud you are able, because you are trained in this type of, well, not trained, but you are used to this type of thing, Vrac. This is something that you do. Projecting your voice, especially with a stage scream, is something that you do. So it kind of almost makes sense that you had a better role than Thorn. And then there's like that last second of effort that's just pushed through to join your voice high and loud and interrupting the music, at least in your sphere, right where you are. And there's a stumble not just from the two of you, but from all of the dancers within 10 feet of you, as they almost go limp for that 1 second and then slowly start staggering into the dance again. That does give Senor Fluffington another intellect defense and gives the
Come
two
on,
of
Fluffy.
you control over your bodies again.
Nice.
19.
19.
Whoa.
Very good.
Nice.
Friendship.
Minor
Let's
effect.
do this! Loudness!
I will say that minor effect allows you to regain control not just over your mind, but your body as well.
Oh, as soon as I am out, I'm going to join in the scream and I'm going to try to do my hedge magic thing to knock the music down completely.
Nice.
Okay.
I can aid that because as soon as Vrat gets their control back, they're
Okay.
whipping that guitar up into playing position, and they're just going to play as hard and loud as they can.
Okay, so this is another combined check, again for a 7. So a 21 is your total.
I have trained in magic.
Okay, so that brings it down to a 6.
I'm using my staff.
Your
that's
staff
good.
was left behind during the start of the dance.
You said I brought it along.
I said that you
Oh, it
dragged
was
it
with the
along,
wolf.
and then
Okay, that's fine.
as you got taken
got-
into the dance,
Yeah.
the first thing that you
That's
did
fine.
was snap into the air.
That's true. I will then just put a level of effort into this.
Okay, so that brings it down to a 5. So you've got a combined need of 15. So what's your total?
I rolled
each?
18. I rolled an
18.
18.
I rolled
So
a
you're-
10.
Yeah, so you're
We are
already
good. We're
like
good.
you are already good with
I'm
that.
most of the way
Okay.
there.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah. So you are already
We only
there.
needed
So
3 or
like
better, so
there's this like secondary pause that as the 3 of you stop, which is in the middle of everything, you guys are very much in the way right now, that like as Senor Fluffington just rears back, like head and throat extended, and starts screaming the way that Wolf Wawa would, and then Vrak, you like rip on your guitar.
let's make some noise.
And with all of that, because you exceeded the combined check so much, we'll say that there almost seems to be secondary music, not just to the effect around you, but that seems to join you. Like it's almost trying to harmonize with the scream, shout, guitar that is happening. And all of the dancers stop and turn to stare at you in unison.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's fine. This is great. This is great. They're all dead. That's fine.
Can I? This is something that I should be able to do,
Uh-huh.
or I think I should be able to do, because I can make small objects float through the air. Can I hedge magic my staff to me?
Yes, you can.
Good.
I will hedge magic my staff to me. Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, so everyone has, like, the music has stopped. Everyone has stopped to turn and stare at you.
Oh no, my
Because-
staff is coming to me.
Yeah. Because the music is what keeps them in the dance.
Right.
It is not what keeps the illusion up. And this close to the effect of the primary curse, essentially, that is on this kingdom, it is maintaining the animation of the corpses.
I'm just gonna have my staff kind of orbit me.
Okay.
Now that I know that I can just make objects float
Yeah.
in character.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn to the other two and go, what is happening? I don't understand.
We're gonna break this fucking spell, man. And Vrak is going to, as they're playing and just singing and concentrating so hard on making as much noise as they can, they are improvising some lyrics to tell the story of what happened here. So they're like, there once was this land with this king. He didn't know he was dead.
Fuck yes, dude.
I loved that before you even started on the lyrics.
Yes.
I loved that before you even started on the lyrics.
Holy shit.
There was this king who didn't know he was
Magic sword in his
dead.
hand. Yeah. They're gonna dance. Dance.
Wow.
Dance till you're dead. You're gonna dance. Dance. Dance because you're dead.
Holy shit. Okay.
And in that vein, I tell the story of what happened here. Basically, as far as I understand it, you pissed off somebody with lots of magic. You got a curse pulled down on your whole kingdom, and now everybody you know is dead, and you're dead too, and you don't understand that yet, because the magic keeps you going.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna call out the king.
All right. So let's see. You are magic singing / screaming the story of what happened at the king
far as I
up on
know it.
his dais. The 4 other royals that had been dancing have turned to stare at you guys as well. As you're like, you didn't know about her type of music is going on.
Absolutely.
What are the other 2 of you doing? Well, your ice elf shreds on their guitar and Scream sings the tale of this.
Listen, the bard's got a bard over here,
The
baby.
bard is barding, and
Bard
Fusca
hard.
loves your music apparently.
I think there was a second of Senor Fluffington unintentionally using magic to call the staff to them, and they had every intention of just grabbing it and continuing to do things. But now the staff is just kind of bunking against their head, like you were supposed to pick me up, and I'm just staring transfixed at Rack because I've never seen anything like this, and it is fucking wild.
True.
Are there any serving trays nearby?
You
on this
could
dais?
Someone's just hungry.
reach, or you mean at the dais or near you?
Near me.
Near you, you would be able to move past the crowd to where there are a variety of serving trays on tables that line the courtroom.
Cool. I'm going to take those and make an improvised instrument, and I'm just going to start bashing them together in a rhythm.
Amazing.
All right, so you got a couple of
some
cymbals.
cymbals.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll even say that you find some silver serving tray lids, so you've even got handles.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm trying to make this as loud as possible.
I glance over at Fluffington, I give him a wink and kind of like a come on jerk of my head. Like some noise, dog man. Verse 2, yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if I can't. I'll howl, but I'm gonna use my head magic again, and just
Amazing.
what I aim to do is thaumaturge and just make all of this sound more.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right, cool.
I am Vrax's own amp. Yeah.
Okay. So, are you also using the staff? Like the staff's effect?
I am now.
Well, no, that's one of the reasons why I'm asking.
Yeah, sure. Because out in character, I don't know that I'm doing it, but the staff is next to me, so.
Yeah, because you summoned the
it's got
staff
its own
to
intentions.
you. Let me find where I gave you the details for the staff.
It's in
There
in
we
the
go.
private. Yeah, there.
Blah, blah, blah,
I
blah.
opened one.
Okay, yeah. So you are, because you had I think you had 4 or 5 charges at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, I am down to 2 now.
Okay.
I'm
so
keeping
yeah,
track.
as all of you attempt to basically cause some sort of magical interference with the spell around you.
Yep.
There was a king! And the thaumaturge. Bash, bash, bash. The most horrendous, weirdest garbage band.
This is peak Vrac. I need you all to understand. This could not
It really is.
be better.
You
in
call
Vrac
it
line.
garbage, we call it punk, motherfucker.
The best. This
Oh,
is the
God.
best thing Vrac has ever seen.
Garbage bans are actually a thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was making a joke.
but yeah, go ahead and give me rolls against the effect of the magic around you. So this is, you are rolling against the effect of magic. What do you have that would apply to that type of roll? What do you think that you have that might affect it, that might make it easier on you?
I am trained in influencing others' minds.
Okay.
Apart from the staff,
Okay.
I also have training in magic.
Okay.
Nice.
I just have my own personal intellect defense tasks.
Okay.
So you're good at resisting, right?
I'm good at resisting.
Okay. So for Vrac, that is a DC 6 to attempt to break the illusion on you. For Senor Fluffington, because you have 2 assets, one from your magic training and one from the staff, that is going to bring it down to a DC 5. Thorn, to break the illusion on you so that you can see essentially true to everything around you guys, that is going to be a difficulty 6 as well.
18 or better.
Yeah, so like it is a very difficult thing to fully
Yeah.
break the
Right.
effect of the illusion magic on you.
I don't even know what you guys want.
And I'm basically doing that because
19 or 20.
well, I'm doing that because sound is not going to fully break all of the corpses out of the spell.
Yeah. Oh, there goes
I
my...
have one ability that is like it could apply, but this is like depends on GM.
Okay, so what you got?
Ooh.
What you got?
It is called Decipher, and it takes a minute to cast it, but basically, I examine a piece of writing or code in a language I do not understand to get a gist of the message. Could that also apply to magical curses?
So you got some of the information on what's happening based off of Vrac's memory, and you got a couple of books in town that aided you. So I will go ahead and give you an asset from that as well.
Okay.
So you are also down to a 5.
Sweet.
Nice. Mine is not sufficient, so Vrac does not see through the illusion.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 5, which was technically the difficulty that I needed to roll.
Oh my
Okay.
god. I also roll terribly, so just go ahead and tell us
Okay.
what happens.
So it's not that you take damage, and the continued noise does prevent the band from striking up again. So while you guys had broken out and would have been immune to the effect of the dance, you at least don't have to navigate past an entire court ballroom worth of nobles doing an arranged dance all throughout it. It is also preventing the king and queen and the prince and princess and their various cohorts from taking up the dance as well up there. There is almost a moment where you can kind of see through whatever the illusion would be, to where it's just a variety of thorn injuries and like gashes and strangulation and bruising all over the various tattered clothing and bodies of the nobles and servants around you. And then there's a slight glow up on the dais, but the illusion doesn't break. You think that you almost saw where some of the thorns and brambles and dangerous areas might be, but it's hard to tell.
Oh, did you catch that glow? As I'm still playing.
No.
I think we got to get to that. Can we like move and scream? And I'll start like
Yes,
inching forward, still playing.
like a marching band.
And you're just like,
A marching band. Wow.
Because if so, I'm down. I might have caught a glimpse of the glow as well.
Oh, cool. I just saw something glowing. I didn't catch much else, but
I didn't either. I'm sorry.
glow means magic, right?
Yes.
Like magic is powering all this shit, so we got to shut it down.
all right, so you guys are heading towards the dais where the king, queen, and other royals happen to be.
And we are wielding our collective
Wielding
garbage
your-
marching band
Not
as a
me.
weapon.
Okay, Senor Fluffington, what are you doing?
I'm going to bite the ankles of the musicians.
Oh no.
Amazing.
The logic is that it's the music and they are making the music. If I get them to stop, no music.
That is
Flawless logic.
That is logic of a kind. That is definitely logic of a kind. So yeah, as the two elves go towards the dais and Senor Fluffington stalks floating staff right over their shoulder towards where the band is quite literally just standing there staring at you. We're gonna go to break.
Okay. Fair
Awesome.
enough.
But
One
yeah,
day we will not be dancing. This is my second time in this campaign dancing.
Dance to dead, baby.
yeah. But yeah, so we will
good.
be back very shortly. Stretch your legs, get some water, do your thing. We will see you soon. Bye. Welcome back. I'm Evie the Disaster GM, pronouns are she, they, or any, and this is Once Upon a Reflection, episode 6?
6.
Yes,
6.
episode 6.
Confirmed 6. Last
Yeah.
episode.
Awesome. But yes.
Unless last episode was wrong, in which case this isn't 6.
So if you are watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow. If you are watching on YouTube, because we do simulcast, don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified when we go live, blah, blah, blah. Also, we've got a little QR code in the corner of the screen because we are raising funds for MAP, Medical Aid for Palestinians. You can go ahead and click on the link either in the description or in chat to check them out, find out more about them, or go directly to Tiltify to donate. Alter Deco Archives and its affiliates receive no portion of the funds. When we left off before break, we had successfully escaped the cursed dance and stopped the music from playing as Vrak and Thorn, having spotted something during the loud screaming about the musical version of what happened in this kingdom. They went towards the dais, Vrak still playing, and Thorn still using the pot lids as symbols, like a marching band. Senor Fluffington wove their way through the crowd, their staff kind of bopping along with them to go bite the ankles of the band. Let's go ahead and just roll for initiative, specifically since you have split across the room, to determine the order that we're going in.
11.
13.
That was not one.
Oh no.
All right, so Senor Fluffington obviously goes first.
Hello.
At least you got the nat 1 out of the way.
Yeah.
That's a good place for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna call a intrusion on just determining
Initiative.
when you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
You could,
I could, but it would be kind of pointless.
unless.
No.
Oh my God.
You could go double last.
Yeah, you could go double
last.
last.
Skip my turn completely.
Yeah. Senor Fluffington, there's a large number of musicians with a variety of stringed and wind instruments there that had been playing. They are all just kind of standing there like mindless, I don't want to call them zombies because they're not really zombies, but mindless bodies staring at you as you approach.
Cool. Is there one that looks like the leader? I want to assert dominance.
Yeah, we'll say that there's a conductor.
I will fucking taking a book out of Vrax's taking a page out of Vrax's book. Since I didn't know that was a thing we could do, now that I do know, I'm going to do what Vrax did, but Doc wolf form. I'm just gonna body tackle.
What's that dog that was in Mexico that hated cops? He was famous for going around and biting cops. I'm going to train
the name, but yes,
Senor Fluffington to be that dog.
Yeah. So I'm gonna howl, "Fight the police!" and then just body tackle the conductor.
Amazing. Amazing.
I don't even know what he doesn't even know what the fuck means.
That's
but
just
Brax
what you
said
yell.
It, so I'll say it. This is what we say when we do this thing.
Okay. So
amazing.
Wolf Wawa prowls forward, fuck the police, and then pounce. Please make an attack roll.
Fuck the police!
Amazing.
Natural 20!
It was a difficulty 1, but you got a major effect.
My dice worship the bit. I'm telling you.
Holy
if
shit.
it is a bit, my dice will make it roll well.
Does that give you extra damage and you're like 4?
Yes.
So,
oh no!
You can either have 4 extra points of damage, or you can have a major effect, because the 4 extra points are considered
that might be cool.
a part of the major effect.
What are my options for major effects? Or can I just pick something?
So you were tackling an immobile standing conductor at the band. So the only major effect that I can even think of that is relevant to that particular action is that you full on body this dude into the other band members. And everybody goes sprawling.
That would be fun. I have another potential idea.
Go ahead and suggest it. I'll let you know if you can have it.
Could I theoretically, because of my actions, give an ease to Vrax's next roll? Because it's punk rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just giving it. Just be
I could roll like shit.
Yeah, I would let you if you wanted to do that, because Vrax will probably need it.
Probably.
Then I'll do that, yeah.
Keep in mind it could be wasted, because I could roll like hot garbage.
Yes, but this is one thing that I, as a player, can control.
Love it.
Senor Fluffington is acting as Senor Fluffington will, and I love him for it. But this is not helpful.
Amazing.
It's more helpful for you to get an ease on your next roll or something like that,
Okay.
because you're actually going to where we need to go.
That makes sense. We're trying to shut down the music.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so you
For the
full
spell.
on body this freaking conductor that was standing there with like the conductor's wand just kind of off to the side, and there's kind of this almost hiss of air that he releases as big ass wolf lands right on top of him. I will go ahead and say that, yeah, you did the full body's worth of damage of 4 points against this conductor who goes limp on the ground because the band are difficulty 1 right now. So yeah, you like the conductor is at least currently out of commission, and there's a moment that you almost eerily sense and are able to look up to notice because of that nat 20 and the aid that you are giving, because what they are going to encounter from the interruption to the band is as Thorn and Vrak approach the dais. You see the princess off to the side where she had been dancing with the other 3, kind of holding the arm of who you can only assume is her betrothed. The king and the queen are both standing, holding hands, staring at you very eerily. But unlike everybody else in the room, the prince steps away and towards you. And you can see his eyes begin to glow red as he lifts a hand. You are able to act before him simply because this was triggered on Senior Fluffington's turn.
Right.
Good luck, guys.
Oh boy. What's your roll, Thorn?
Is my initiative is 1, but let me see.
Oh, that's right. You rolled a 1.
Yeah. So I was like, technically, Vrak, I believe it is up to them.
Yeah, I got an 11. 11.
Okay. So yeah, you guys would be going before them, so you
Oh.
can technically
Oh, okay.
act before him because it's going to come back around before he will be able to do anything.
Consider it a surprise round because it.
Oh,
is
okay,
not-
okay, I understand.
Yeah.
As I'm still playing and walking towards him, I'm like, Thorn, 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 Thorn. And
and I go, okay, and then I get my my bow and ready an arrow, and I'm just like, just tell me when.
now,
Okay.
I'm gonna dart forward while Thorn hopefully shoots the prince. I'm gonna try and shove past him and get
Yeah.
towards that glow that I saw.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot at him, and that was a 14.
14 does not hit.
Oh.
But that comes around to Senor Fluffington. You go just before him because what was your initiative to start out with? Didn't you roll like a 16 or something?
Yeah, you went after, like you went first, so it was
Yeah.
after an 11.
Yeah, I think it was either 14 or 15. I can't remember.
14 or
the exact
15?
number.
All right, so that's around his initiative, so player goes first when it's the same initiative. So yeah, you would go first. So you have tackled the now limp and dead or unconscious conductor to the ground, and you see the prince that had been on the dais approaching your 2 friends, like lifting a hand into the air and his eyes glowing a deep crimson red.
Okay, hold on. Reading something. How far away are they from me right now?
They are probably about 150 feet.
That's longer than a short distance.
It's longer than a long distance.
That's a long ass distance. Um. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Okay.
I want to try to hedge magic some sort. You said Thorn was use. Is Thorn still using the symbols, the makeshift symbols?
No, I dropped them.
Perfect. I want to grab one of those with my hedge magic and just kind of cover the mage's head.
Just like smash him in the face.
No. I can't hurt him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I can't hurt him, but kind of like Skyrim put the bucket on his head
Like-
to keep him from seeing.
Like, oh,
You.
if you can't see us, we're not here.
Essentially, yeah.
You know what?
Cause a distraction.
Because hedge magic does not have an established distance to its description. I will say that it is within sight, so I will allow you to do it.
I will probably move as close as I can while being able to do my action as well.
That's either 10 feet or taking a short movement and using a move check.
I'll take the 10 feet because I wanna make sure that I do
Okay.
this, which is probably not gonna work. But
Well, it's not a roll that you have to make, so yeah.
so now there's just yeah.
So yeah, like you leap forward 10 feet and then like summon your power, and the symbol / pot lid like wiggles up into the air and just kind of right here in front of
I am picturing Senor Fluffington using this because that's worked on him,
just
where his family just kind of puts like a book in the
that's
way,
true.
just kind of because he's so small, they just kind of
If the
put a thing in the way.
Chihuahua's yapping, you just cover their eyes for a minute.
Yeah.
Just calm down, buddy.
So
Calm
it
down.
works on me. It probably will work on them.
okay. Okay.
It's not logic.
Yeah. So you have successfully placed a pot lid directly in front of this figure's face. Which
Yes.
Good.
brings us to his turn. And Vrack and Thorn are close enough to hear mumbled words that you don't quite understand as the glow from his eyes gets a little bit brighter behind the pot lid that's in front of his face.
Doesn't matter how cool your bad guy is. I'm gonna make him
Put a pot in front of his face.
so
Yeah.
lame.
Being as close as you guys are, please go ahead and make a perception check. This is sight-based for while you're there.
We can see because we don't have pots in front of our faces.
18.
Okay. Okay.
13.
13. You catch a hint of the glow, Vrack, but you're not sure where it's coming from other than the prince. Thorn, with that 18, you definitely see that the glow almost seems to be feeding from behind the king's throne. So you would be able to communicate that when it comes around to whatever you guys are doing after this. The prince is going to react first to the one that attacked someone inside of the courtroom. And because he cannot see you to target you,
Nice.
you gain an asset on
Oh,
your
hell
defense.
yes.
Nice.
I didn't even think that was gonna work. I was doing it to be funny. Okay.
That was good logic.
So please go ahead and give me a defense roll.
Okay. 5.
5.
That's not good.
You are still close enough to where he was aiming, before the pot lid got in front of his face, and like from his hand there is just this onslaught at you. And you are not able to dodge as the beam like hits you directly, dealing 2 points of damage.
Okay, 1 point of damage.
Nice. Armor.
Because I have armor.
But the like red glow just extends from his hand in this like onslaught of beams that just go directly towards you and smack against you. Your armor melts a little bit. It was painful. But that does bring us around to Vrak.
I don't know where the glow is yet. I'm just trying to dodge past the prince and get towards where I thought it was.
Okay.
I caught a glimpse of it at one point.
Because you guys are within rounds of each other, I would let you guys work together on your rounds.
Talk. Yeah.
Okay. So I turned to Brack and I said, "Behind the throne, that's the glow."
On it. And I'll like just try and dart that way. Still playing a guitar because I think it's the only thing keeping us out of the spell.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to use any effect, or are you just using your movement?
I'm just using my movement. Hang on. I could potentially have.
Remember, you technically have an asset from on that 20.
That's true. Could use command. It'll take almost all of my remaining intellect points, but it will convince everyone that I am important and you should let me past.
Mm-hmm. It is going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fairly difficult, even though you have an ease, because these are quite literally dead royals.
That's true. So trying to convince the king that I'm more important than him is up.
Yeah. You could also save your asset for when you get behind the throne to try and figure out what to do or to do something with it.
That's probably the better use of it. I'm just dodging and I'm just ducking and weaving like I'm working my way through a crowded dance floor. I'm just gonna duck around everybody.
The prince can't see very well right now.
This is the fucking best strategy ever, guys. We should carry one of these everywhere.
Absolutely.
I would like you to roll for luck. This is not something that you can provide an asset on whether any of the other nobles will react to your approach.
Just full on luck.
Yeah.
That is cocked. I have a cord here. That is only a 10.
10 is still higher than average.
That's true.
Yeah, because average is 9 in Cypher.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do, like, the king and his queen do turn to look at you, so they are focused on you, but there does not seem to be movement from it. And you do see that, like, you have caught the attention of the prince out of the corner of his eye, so he is starting to turn his face towards you, but there is no further movement beyond that.
That's good.
Okay, but you do manage to get angled to where you can see behind the thrones, because you've got like 50 feet of movement, so you'd be able to get to where you can see behind them and start to observe what's going on back there. Thorn, what would you like to do?
Since this is going to be uncharacteristic of what abilities Thorn has normally, but the opportunity is there, and I am going to run up and then punch my fist so the lid just like hits him full force into his face.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Okay.
This is very Three Stooges.
Yeah, I was about to say, it is not just fuck the police. This is also eat the rich.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a serving lid going into his face. I mean, come on. But yeah, so go ahead and give me an attack roll. It is eased by 1 because he cannot clearly see you.
That was a 10.
10 does not quite make it still. Because eased by 1 brings it down to a 4, which is a 12.
12.
Yeah, 12. Darn. Yeah, I'm not a melee fighter, so.
Wait, that is a punch though, which is a light weapon.
Oh, it's a light weapon.
So that eases
Eased
it
by
by
1.
another 1. So yeah,
Oh.
The benefits of being a hand-to-hand fighter sometimes. But yes, so that is considered a light weapon. All light weapons are considered eased because they are fast and light and easy to move. So you do manage to just barely, yeah, you haven't been using that.
I haven't been using that at all. And all of my attacks are light weapons, but I deal
There's-
full
yep.
damage.
Yeah, that's why
There's a
yours
reason I
was
did
very
the
clear.
no need for weapons.
Yeah, that is very carefully phrased
Yeah.
as you deal this damage
I'm
instead
used to
of they
full
are counted
medium.
as. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was just like, it was too risky to try to like shoot an arrow at the pot. I was just like, no, I'm gonna guaranteed.
Yeah, just
Honestly,
right in the face.
I love that
So
gremlin
good.
energy, and I'm here for it.
Yep. But yeah, so with that being a light weapon, through dumb luck or
You punched Senior Fluffington right out of the game.
jeez,
Whoops.
welcome back. I think. Did you press the
So
back button?
sorry. No, I went to click into a different tab and accidentally
Oh no!
just clicked a bookmark.
Oops.
I do
I
that all
went
the time.
directly into one of my
Oops.
references.
But yeah,
Admittedly,
up
I
my
do
story.
that a lot.
yeah. So either through dumb luck or just the convenience of him not being able to see it coming, you like full on haymaker right into that silver pot lid. And it's kind of
Amazing.
painful. Like, it doesn't do any damage to you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of painful. You just punched metal. And you are not trained to punch metal. But
This
it
is-
does deal 2 points of damage.
Would it deal on additional damage because of the metal?
It deals damage straight to his ego.
Mm-hmm.
If he
Yeah,
had
can I
one.
deal 1 intellect damage?
If he had
dignity.
one.
Because a dog is magicking better than he is.
Fucking seriously. But yeah, so it deals 2 damage against Prince Aster as you like just full on haymaker, and then you're just like
Amazing.
Ah.
bringing us around to Sr. Fluffington.
So he started to turn to look at Vrak, and then got punched in the face. I'm gonna move closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to do that thing where I get the full movement
Okay.
in an action.
Okay, go ahead and give me a movement check.
11.
11. Are you trained in running or anything?
I am training in running.
You're trained in
Nice.
running, so that means that your difficulty is a 3, and you do manage to move your full distance as well as being able to act.
How close am I from him?
You moved 10, you've now moved about 50, so you're halfway there.
Okay.
Living on a prayer.
We're
So
halfway
are there?
there.
And okay, I need you to answer me this question. Are there any like big tapestries or curtains above him?
Yes.
Should I drop a curtain on him?
I would like to magic one of them to drape over him.
The standard
Most
of
of
his
them are
father's house.
tied. Yeah, like most of them are tied in. So go ahead and just give me an intellect check to see if you are able to basically manipulate the movement of the hedge magic enough to get them unhooked.
I'm fine with just cutting, but okay. What is the difficulty?
Just above average. Like it's just basically because they are essentially hooked, draped over a painting, essentially. It's not like they can just move.
Oh well, I am trained in magic,
Okay.
and if math is mathin'.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. It wouldn't work because I would need to get it. If it's above average, it's a difficulty 3, right?
Yeah, so it's like essentially 3 or higher, and you're probably fine.
Oh well, I got a 5.
9 or better.
Yeah, so that would.
But if I knock it down,
That's not
by
even a 6.
2,
Yeah, you'd have to knock it down by 2.
I'll use one of my staff charges,
Okay.
and I am trained in magic. Would
Okay.
that count?
Yes.
Haha.
All right, so yeah, you manage to wiggle one of the tapestries just free enough to where it drapes from the wall across the thrones, king and queen, and then to the prince. Because it is also a distance that it has to stretch.
At one point, a long time ago, Senor Fluffington was just crawling out from under the bed, and a blanket fell on top of him. And they are drawing from this memory.
They've never recovered from that moment.
No, it was traumatic.
Yeah, they were trapped. It was horrible. The blanket was trying to eat them.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing they can think
of. It was
of.
like I was stuck in there like 10 hours. It was very scary, but
Yeah.
I got out. I got better.
Yeah, you got tangled. It was horrible. But that does bring us around to the prince, who now has
draperies.
I'll say that the pot lid fell, and then there's now a drape over from above the throne that's just like draped at an angle across the throne,
buddy, all of your...
the royals, and Prince Aster, and
Amazing.
it is now dark underneath there.
All of your line of sight spells can get wrecked.
Yeah, which is also unfortunately where Vrak is, but you are behind the thrones, so you do have what is considered partial cover.
Woo!
You do see him starting to charge up another onslaught at you. Go ahead and give me a defense roll, please. You have an asset from the fact that he is somewhat muffled and line of sight is very difficult right now.
Yeah. This is not a intellect defense, right? It
is defense that you've got. Yeah, it's whatever defense you've got.
Cool.
And the asset does not have to be your saved asset from Senor Fluffington.
Cool. Then I'm going to use that asset. I'm also going to put some effort on it because I'm going speed with this. I'm going to be a dodgy elf.
Dodgy elf. Okay.
Oh, that is an 18.
18.
So
easily dodge.
Nimble AF.
Oh, yeah.
Easily dodge. So did you say that you were also using Senor Fluffington's or just the one from the line of sight? Okay.
Just the asset from having him be covered by stuff.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you manage to dodge out of the way of a couple of beams of light that go crashing into the wall behind you and into the throne, and it actually helps to illuminate some of what's back there because everything is now shrouded.
I go, oh fuck no, and slam my back against the throne like I'm in an action flick, still playing the guitar furiously.
Yeah, because so you can still be heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that does bring us around to your turn, action Rockstar.
I'm behind the throne. What do I see?
All right, so go ahead and give me a perception check to have caught the details while there was light.
Yeah. That is a 10.
All right. So in that brief flash of light from the magic that was cast at you, you saw webbing from some sort of wooden line that was on the back of the chair, sort of like roots or more of those brambles growing from something that had been placed there and enmeshing the throne. And then above that was some sort of stone that almost seemed to reflect the light as it passed you by, but it was hard to make out, and with the drape over you guys, it's really difficult to tell what it might be.
I'm still playing, and I'm like, okay, I gotta, maybe the root of all the brambles? And then like a mirror or something. Should I just start smashing shit?
From under the tapestry somewhere is you just hear a muffled, yeah, you should start smashing shit.
Smashing shit time.
All right. I will. Is it worth spending the asset for an intellect roll to try and figure out which is the better thing to smash?
That's your decision.
Or is it just, should I just burn it on the smashing?
That's your decision.
I'm gonna randomize. D6, evens, I smash the seed. Odds, I smash the mirror. That is even. Let's go for the whatever root cluster is growing out of the back of the throne.
Okay, so what are you doing to attempt to smash it? Are you like kicking it? Are you trying to pull it out? Are you like ramming it with your guitar, headbutting it? What's the game here?
Oh no, that's a really bad idea. I was like,
No
I would gnaw at it with my teeth. Yeah, I'll headbang it to death. I just take a chunk out of it, but I do not want to bite this thing, especially if it's like dead. I'm gonna boot it. I'm still playing a guitar. I've got my big boots on. I'm just gonna lean back and
Okay.
Fuck yes.
kick it with my like 8 might.
Okay. Go ahead and
Asset.
go ahead and give it an attack.
Come on, big money. 20, nat 20.
Oh fuck!
Fuck yes. Yes.
Yes.
Fuck
Yes.
you.
So
Fuck you, Prince Elf. Oh, he's not an elf. He's a wizard or some sort.
as part of the major effect,
Don't know why I said that.
your aim is a little off. And you kick just
Good.
a little too high. And while the heel kind of snaps a little bit of the tip of whatever that line was off, the rest of your boot, like, just lodges right against that shiny stone that you had chosen not to attack. So as your major attack, major effect, you are attacking the
hit the
correct
right
thing
thing.
instead.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just something about it.
It's a really high kick. I'm not good at those. I
Yeah.
can do this theatrically, but not like in combat.
Yeah, so like your foot comes up and like smashes against this shining stone, and there's this stutter of the appearance around you. As you do enough damage with that kick and the major effect, that the illusion around you begins to start to fall. It's hard to tell from your angle because you are still somewhat shrouded by a moth-eaten and tattered tapestry now. The other two can see as the corpses all continuing to stand and stare at you, like they become gaunt and show signs of their death wounds. Their clothing is tattered with age, and they are still standing, they are still watching, they are still looking at you. But the windows that had led into this courtroom are shattered, and a dappled evening light filters through. Around the various panes of the broken windows and the walls are the wild and tangled branches of the thorny vines that had enmeshed the city, or the town that you had previously been in. on the ground are a variety of old, rusty brown spots from where people had probably died. And the table that you had previously gotten the lids from is now covered in webbing and dust and thorns and brambles and molded, crusty, ashen food. It's probably good that none of you had tried to eat any of it. But as the illusion breaks and the tapestry continues rotting and, now having been moved a little bit too far, starts to fall away, you see that of all of them, Prince Aster is the only one that does not have any death wounds on him. His face is drawn, his hair previously pulled back into a neat tail to kind of match his very fancy outfit. The outfit is very thin, the velvet and lace having been aged from the illusion being gone, and his face is gaunt, eyes still glowing red. He looks enraged. Thorin, it is your turn.
Well, since the illusion's broken, how close am I to him since I got into melee range?
You're probably within 10 feet.
The prince looks awfully feeble now. I want to see if I can just like knock him over.
Just shove him.
I love
Okay.
I love how blunt force trauma our team is.
Yeah.
I feel like a little awkward using my bow this close, like in a range. So I just want to, like, maybe he will just disintegrate if like he hits the floor hard enough or something.
Okay.
Amazing.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay, let's do this. I don't have any other ideas. It was a 6. It was a bad idea, but let's do it.
All right, so you go for like another haymaker. You're just like, okay, this worked once, and he can see you this time. So he just kind of leans to the side as you just whiff right past his face. Like gaunt, ashen skin, like previously a beautiful dark mocha color, now looking grayed and so sickly, and he turns briefly to you, sneering with like receding gums and yellowed teeth.
Kick ass.
Senor Fluffington, it is your turn.
How close am I to him?
You're still about 60 feet away.
Could I do the thing to try to move an action at the same full move and action at the same time?
You wouldn't quite reach him because a short distance is about 50 feet.
But that's okay.
But you know what? I'll let you reach him.
Okay.
That's really close. I'll let you reach him.
I'll try.
If you can do the run thing, I'll let you do it.
I am trained in running.
All right, so that brings it down to a 3, so 9 or better to reach him. 13. Yeah, you go like racing forward, still in your wolf form, like you are just pounding against the like cracked tile and tattered rugs of this room and launch at him. What are you doing?
Mouth to neck, directly onto the ground.
Okay.
I'm just fly tackling this son of a bitch onto the ground.
Okay.
Amazing.
So give me an attack roll.
14?
14. You are also using light weapons, correct? Because it's
yes,
yes,
because this is an
body,
unarmed attack.
Yeah, it's body, an armed attack. So yeah, that will hit. That will hit. Like you by the skin of your teeth.
Literally.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
now,
so like,
and now his skin is on my teeth.
yes, it is. But yeah, so Thorn, you see Senor Fluffington just out of nowhere just fly past you in the air, tackling the prince to the ground, like teeth around his throat, dealing 4 points of damage from that.
Damage, motherfucker.
Okay. Underneath you, like with his neck in your mouth, the prince speaks, and it is this strange croaking, almost echoed sound. She was mine. She was mine, and now the kingdom always will be. Foolish prince left behind as my puppet, and he will take you down with the rest of the kingdom. And then the prince begins to laugh as he makes another attempted attack on you. Please go ahead and give me a defense roll.
8.
8. All right, so you take another 2 points of damage as he
Down to 1.
Yeah, as
Nice.
he like launches seemingly from both hands just this array of light at you.
I want to put this out there. If I wasn't in my wolf form, I would have 0 mind.
Oh my god.
I had 3
Glad you
mind
have
when
that
this
armor.
fight started.
Glad you have armor.
Yeah.
So good.
Vrack.
No might doesn't mean you can't fight. Just means now you're down and you're impeded.
Yep.
Vrack, from behind the throne, you can see that now that the illusion is gone and the tapestry has fallen away, the kind of line that had webbing out, sort of like a seed, is a cracked and gnarled, almost broken wand that has merged with the back of the throne, like it was left behind. And what you kicked above it is a glowing moonstone that has a couple finite cracks and seems to have been wedged into some of the decorative filigree of the stone above where the wand was.
I go, oh fuck no, and I kick it again.
Okay. Give me
Or
an
if there's
attack.
if there's a something heavy nearby, I'm gonna use that to. No, I'm not, because I'm still playing. I'm playing for my life here.
Yeah.
Attack 15.
15.
Wow.
All right, so you do manage to deal 2 points from your heavy-ass boots to the stone, and it kind of shifts a little bit, like it might be loose and able to be pulled out, but it doesn't seem to crack further.
Okay, cool. These boots are the MVP for Rack.
Like, chunky, spiked boots. I mean, come on. That, like, if anyone has ever seen those kick something, that's, woof. But, Thorn, it is your turn, and Senor Fluffington is not completely concealing the prince, so you would still be able to aim at him. The prince is also, like, partially grappled, so I would say that you were probably eased by 1 to attack.
Okay. I've learned my lesson. This time I actually will use just the straight.
Yeah. You got him.
Yeah, is a 15.
15. Hits. You didn't even need it eased. Dealing another 4 points of damage because that is a medium bow.
Medium.
Yeah, so like an arrow from like 6 to 10 feet away, just like right into the liver. It like kind of brushes against your fur even, Senor Fluffington, but like right into this guy's gut, and there's almost a hiss of air, the same way that you encountered when you tackled the conductor. He's not doing well, but the hiss of air only briefly interrupts the strange, croaky and broken laughter. That does bring us around to your turn.
If I were to check if this person that is currently in my mouth, okay, out of character, my question is it an action to figure out if I am holding on to the perpetrator or a victim?
It is not an action. It is just something that you can do as part of the rest of whatever you're doing.
I want to figure this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's either an intellect check, or if you've got a experience point to spend to try and use an intrusion, then that would work as well.
I spent my experience point last time.
Mm-hmm.
I am trained in magic, and I will
Okay.
put a level of effort into this.
Okay, so that brings us down from a 15 to a 9. So from a 5 to a 3.
Natural 20.
No way.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you were like, you don't even know how you know it.
Yeah.
Like you're a dog. You don't even know how you know it. But something about this entire scenario, something about this is almost familiar to you. And you know that the prince, envious of his sister, betrayed his kingdom because his sister was the heir. And he worked with the nearby spellcaster that had fallen in love with his sister, or believed to be so.
Right.
And basically was a willing puppet to this spellcaster that had put a curse on the kingdom. So he is not the spellcaster himself. Most likely the spellcaster is far, far away and simply speaking through him. But he is certainly not a victim.
In that case, I would like to attempt, or I guess I don't know if you would allow this to be the major effect. I would like to free him.
Ooh.
That is not something that you are able to do.
Okay. Then I would like to kill him.
Okay. Yeah, so like I'll give you extra damage on your attack against him.
Yeah.
But it is not possible for the three of you to free him without the spellcaster there.
Okay. In that case, I'll put him out of his misery then.
Okay.
This is like an I own your soul thing and kind of deal.
Yeah.
We'd have to break a contract.
Yeah.
I assume you want me to roll to attack?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 9.
Unfortunately, you were rolling for a 4, so 12 or better.
Would I get it? Does that including the free asset from
The light weapon brings it down to a 4 from a 5.
and he's on the floor beneath me?
No.
I'm trained in climbing, and technically I am
No.
on top of him.
So, like, as you're trying to basically take a chunk out of this guy's neck, he's struggling and possibly utilizing some sort of magic to defend himself as well. That
Like
kind
holding
of
your
prevents the
jaws?
damage.
Holding your jaws up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can
So-
snap shut.
It's entirely possible that he's also got a resonance field up. You don't know.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
You as a player do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what that means.
But yeah, so you aren't
I'm a
quite able to clench your jaws around his neck fully on this turn.
Understandable. Not a problem.
He will attempt to get away from you this turn to be able to basically not have you like directly over and around him. So he is going to attempt to grapple away from you. So instead of it doing damage, this is for him to get out of your grip. Please go ahead and make a defense.
7.
7. He does manage to just kind of shove your face away and scramble back. The arrow breaks against your legs as he skitters back, and it like digs in just a little bit and pops out in a strange way. His body doesn't bleed, so he is probably in some fashion undead as well.
That makes sense.
But that does bring us around to Vrak.
All right. So that moonstone is loose in the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it still glowing?
Well, it's not in the wall. It's in the back of the throne.
Oh, it's in the
but
throne.
Yes,
right.
Yes, it is glowing.
All right. I am going to, there's the fingers that you're fingering with, doing the chords, and then there's the strumming hand. I'm still strumming because I want to make loud noise as I can. But I'm going to grab my little switchblade out of my pocket and try and pry that thing off the throne.
Okay. Please go ahead and... This is, like, if you've got anything like pocketing or lock picking or whatever, that might apply, but it's basically just a might check to try and pry it out. Yeah, it's a
I'm just muscling through this one.
Yeah, dexterity plus muscle to get it out.
That is a 17, though.
17.
Rolling some clutch rolls right now.
So, like, you do manage to just kind of dig the knife into the wood itself and use that to wedge it in, and then just through not just your arm strength, but just like leaning against it to like use all of your weight as leverage, you do manage to pop it out. It cracks
as Vrak
further.
is struggling, and it looks like it's not gonna go, Vrak whispers under their voice, under their breath, and sort of goes like, "I'm not fucking going back," and then like redoubles their effort to pop it out.
Okay. Yeah, it cracks further as it exits the throne, and it seems to dim slightly as around all of you, you see the roots and vines and thorns begin to wither. The glow in Prince Aster's eyes is starting to dim. Thorn, it is your turn.
And I'm seeing that it's a direct correlation.
Yes.
So I'm just I actually think this time I want to I want to spend a fleet of foot to run over to Vrak, and basically I want to help destroy this thing.
Yeah, you see the moonstone go like clatter, clatter, clatter on the floor.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you doing? How you attacking it?
I'm assuming the dagger's still like in the stone. Is that correct?
It
Vrak?
was into the wood.
I was like using it to pry between the wood and the stone, so I've clicked it out now.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I would just take like the bottom part of my bow, or like I don't know what you call that, and I would just start smashing it.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah. That was only a 2, so I miss. It was kind of hard.
It's an inanimate object that is not moving, so it's just basically if you don't roll a 1, you hit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an unmoving inanimate object. It has no awareness, so the rolls to hit are literally just, do you trigger an intrusion to where it doesn't work? No? Okay. So yeah, it's like you smash down on it, dealing 4 points of damage to it, and it almost shatters. It is barely hanging on. Senor Fluffington.
Hello.
The undead form of Prince Aster, the light beginning to dim from his eyes, just snarls at you inhumanely. Like, it seems like there is just enough of the connection there to where it's like barely holding on, and whatever is left of Aster has just lost all awareness and humanity.
Am I getting the feeling that it's like it is going to go away naturally, or do I have to like put him down proper?
You probably need to put him down. That might be
Oh.
the only thing that's like keeping the moonstone from shattering completely.
Understood. I don't know about this. I don't know nothing about this moonstone business, but I will. I will look at him and say, "I am so sorry about everything," and then I'm gonna pounce on him again.
Okay, give me an attack.
Help.
Son, it's a 5.
What the fuck?
You don't really want to kill him, you know?
It's almost like you don't. It's almost like you don't. It's almost like it feels like some sort of failure that you weren't able to save him or stop him in some fashion.
Yeah, I don't think I like the idea of people being unable to be saved from the curses.
Yeah. But that does bring us back around to Prince Aster, who claws forward at you with his hands instead of casting magic this time.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a defense roll.
2.
It's not good.
2 points of damage, reduced by 1 because of your armor.
I am down to 1 last might point.
You are so close.
And I only have that from my wolf form.
Yeah.
Once my wolf form drops, I'm impaired.
Yeah. But that brings us around to Vrak.
Boot. 14?
14. It hits. You deal another 2 points of damage, and it seems to shatter into these small pieces, like little bits and crumbles of magical stone, like that slowly lose the last of their glow. The bodies that had been kind of struggling to remain standing out in the courtroom all seem to just lose their last husk of breath, collapsing and turning to dust because it has been so long.
Centuries.
All of the thorns and brambles and vines wither and crumble into little twigs and splinters.
Oh no, Thorn.
R.I.P. Thorn.
This is
Vrak
how
will
we know.
grind the little magical pieces under their boot.
Yeah.
And they seem to take some severe satisfaction with that.
Thorn in front of Senor Fluffington. Prince Aster wails a monstrous scream. The light leaves his eyes, and it's almost like his skin is beginning to rip and drip off of him as the undead husk is left behind without the connection to its puppet master. It is still standing, though.
Can I walk over and knock it over? Just
Again, just shove him.
yeah.
It's like standing upright and ready to attack still. It's like still mobile.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was like a statue. Never mind. So I'll shoot at it though.
Okay.
I will do that.
Okay, go ahead and attack.
That was a nat 20.
So do you want some sort of major effect, or are you just going to do the extra damage and like blast this thing backwards?
I just want to do the extra damage and just like ragdoll it out of the castle. Like,
Yeah. So it hits it square in the chest, and the like shriveled, almost zombie reaper like form that had been left behind by Prince Aster flies back from the force of the hit, because it's a natural fucking 20, and seems to collapse in front of the dust piles that were left behind by the princess, her betrothed, and whoever Prince Aster had been dancing with. And as he kind of struggles and writhes, he just slowly goes limp and then begins to crumble into a small pile of bone bits and old tattered cloth and leather.
I would like to drop out of my wolf form, go over, and just for his final moments, hold his hand.
Oh.
And openly weep because Senor Fluffington is sad about what just happened.
Aww. But yeah, you hold his hand as he begins to lose all connection and tether with the world, crumbling to nothingness. And it's almost like, even though it had just barely been after sunset during all of this, it's almost like you have somehow brought it to sunrise with the last bit of time fuckery. Weeping over the crumbled bits of Prince Aster, you know that at least this area has been relieved of whatever influence the curse was. And Prince Aster is as free as he's going to get now. There are a variety of somewhat dingy but reflective surfaces nearby that the three of you would be able to take home if you so chose. But we will leave that for next time.
Vrak, if I may, Vrak goes, I hate this fucking place.
But yes, so
just a CSI ending. I needed that.
Yeah.
beautiful, love it, wonderful. You guys did a great job. You survived. Only a little bit of impairment. But yeah, great job. Thank you so much for the game. And we're ending there for the night. But yeah.
Some awful rolls, some clutch rolls.
Yeah, that last nat 20. Whew.
That was good.
Good. I couldn't have planned that like better.
We each got one clutch nat 20.
Yeah.
Which is very unusual. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's almost like there was like a spell or something.
The fairies.
The fairies.
But yeah, so great job, guys. But this has been Once Upon a Reflection, episode 6. I would say it's almost like it was a dance to remember. But I'm Evie, the Disaster GM, pronouns are she, they, or any director of Alter Deco Archives and storyteller for this fine, if disastrous group. Let's go ahead and go around with our various announcements and things that you can catch us in. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do to catch us again if you want to catch the next one. Let's start with Alina this time.
Hi everybody, I have been Alina. I've been playing Vrak. I have 2 books out right now that you can read, and another one is coming for pre-order. I will drop links in the chat after I'm done talking, but for right now, the first is Magic, Mayhem, and Machines, a Shadowrun anthology that I have a story in called Never Trust a Trickster, which is a lot of fun. It takes place in the Native American nations, so it's a lot of wintertime car fight scenes. It's intense. As someone who's driven in those conditions, I'm like, I would not want to be doing a Shadowrun level car chase on slippery Saskatchewan roads. That's the scariest thing I can think of.
Jeez, that's so cool, though.
So that's in an anthology. I've also got a story you can read for free right now in Augur magazine. It is one of the sample stories. All of the stories in that are amazing, just so cool science fiction, fantasy, prose and poetry. Check out the anthology. I'll post a link. Augur magazine is trying to kickstart right now so they can do another year of promoting underrepresented groups in sci-fi and fantasy. So I heartily recommend throwing them some love. And yeah, that's the stories what's I got.
That's amazing. Awesome. Yeah, so definitely check out
Just
those links in chat. We're also going to have Alina post links to them in the Discord. So you should check out the Discord if you are watching this on a different method, such as YouTube.
All right, I'm dropping stuff in the chat. Somebody else talk.
All right, cool. Let's go over to Joel.
Oh man, hello. I was Senor Fluffington today, and I will be Senor Fluffington tomorrow. Outside of Senor Fluffington, I am staff at Altered Echo Archives, where you can catch me being Senor Fluffington. Oh no, wait, you already know that. It's Baldur Mistforge, every other Sunday. Someday, I don't know. I don't actually remember when.
This weekend.
Is it this weekend?
This Sunday.
This Sunday. You can catch me where it's like just watch Empyrean Rising. It's so fucking good. It's so good.
We're getting to the end.
Huh?
We're getting to the end.
Oh yeah, we're getting to the end. We speed ran this shit. We're
Getting
fucking,
down to it.
Yes. And it is so traumatizing.
There, I dropped some links. I'll drop the links in the Discord too.
Oh hell yeah. Outside of this, I am a writer. I have a story called The Lake of Crimson Tears, which you can read for free on my AO3.
Mm-hmm.
It is something. It is very near and dear to my heart. It's a very fun story to write and read, and I just enjoy it a lot. If you have already read it or are interested in the process of me writing, I'm gonna start going live streaming my writing process on Tuesday. There are other things that I plan on doing on my own streaming stuff, but that's the first thing because I haven't actually written a new chapter for that story in a while because I've been working on something else, but I think I'll have it that something else is going to be done by the time Tuesday rolls up. If it doesn't, well, too bad. I'll still do it anyway. But you can find those stories at Joel Writes, and you can same name as my Twitch stream, which is where I stream on Twitch.
Um,
And
you
then
can
if
also
you'd
follow
like
the
to,
links that are in the description because they're...
you can also follow the links that are in the description.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, if you would like to support me, obviously you can always support us here at AA, and everybody would appreciate it. But if you want to support me directly, I have a coffee where I just have a coffee. I have a throne where there's just a bunch of shit that I eventually plan on getting on there. If you want to help with that, you can. And then that's it. I feel like I'm missing something, but I have so many things that I can't talk about.
No. You are missing
so...
the dog trying to gas me out. Oh,
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. That happens.
ugh. But yeah. So check out the stuff that Joel does and watch the things and read the
Yes.
stuff, etc.
Do
Amanda.
Hi everyone, my name is Amanda, aka Panda Cabra, and I've been Rosa and Thorn. I will be around the channel, obviously playing every other Friday in this game, and hopefully more projects soon. But starting next week, a week and a half, I'm currently going to be doing like not a full cross country move. I'm just moving to the I don't know, is Colorado the Midwest? Does that people consider it Midwest? Anyway, I'm moving to Colorado, so this will be the last time you'll see me just streaming in like the hallway in this tiny 1-bedroom apartment, hopefully. So yeah, I will be in a different location, and then I will probably be more active on Twitch and other social media. So feel free, come say hi, and yeah, I will do it. I'll have my full streaming setup. Right now I'm just like on a laptop and just borrowing some like old equipment my husband had laying around. Like I cannot wait to get my actual setup back up and running again. So
We all get that so much. Oh god, yeah. But yes, so speaking of that announcement,
Oh, and also my husband is the one that you'll see in the background dancing with the cat. So if
That
you
was
would like,
so
I
good.
can, I will make sure that he is always a special guest in the streams.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Wonderful. We love special
My cat's
guests.
name is Milo. We all love him.
Aw.
He's a good guy.
And there's another special guest.
Hey,
Our guest star Meg.
Almost as if
Take it
jealous
seriously.
of other pet team
jealousy!
reference.
Oh my gosh!
Jeez, look at that. Look at that bird. Okay, but yeah, so speaking of that move, because of the move and various other things that are going on in the players' lives, special appearance by Alina's partner's hand. You may need to watch our Discord for announcements on the schedule because we may miss a session or two of Once Upon a Reflection. I think that we are still good to go on Empyrean Rising for at least the next 2 sessions or so, which should be helping us to wrap that up. But yeah, keep an eye out on our Discord for announcements. Keep an eye out on our Blue Sky or Threads for other announcements. And I will eventually, I promise, try to remember to post things there. Maybe. Discord, definitely. Yeah. That's the better choice.
Discord's the best place.
You can also chat with us there and react in
Get all our
our
dumb gifs.
yeah, like there's so many dumb gifs in the AP channel there. It's a fun time. But yeah, so you can see me again on Sunday running Empyrean Rising with a couple of the players that you see here and one that is not currently available because scheduling. But yeah, we will catch you next time. I hope you had a good time and stay tuned for the next Fairy Tale Friday. Fuck the police, eat the rich, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye bye.